What's up, math scholars and math haters? This is Mr. W. Today we're going to tackle question 12 in the 6th grade math questions that North Carolina released this past school year. The question tells us that during a weekend, the manager of a mall gave away gift cards to every 80th person who visited the mall. On Saturday, 1,210 people visited. On Sunday, 1,814 people visited. And we're supposed to find out how many people received a gift card. Now, the biggest skill for this question is just division. And the problem looks a little weird, but I will show us how we're going to get to the idea of division there. And the way we're going to get there is by seeing that it's every 80th person. There's a few different ways we can see division problems phrased, like chopping into sections or splitting up evenly. This is another way that we can see this done, but it's a little bit weird because I think that we can look at each of these numbers and say that at least in the case of 1,814, 80 does not go evenly into 1,814. This actually makes the problem a little bit easier for us, because any extra people, all we know about those extra people, or our remainder if we do a long division, is that they are not going to get a gift card. So with that information in mind, let's go ahead and do some long division. We're going to need to do this twice, and I will also say, like every long division problem that I've done where I've made a video for it like this, I've done it the way that I was taught. If there's another way that you know how to do it, email me about it, or try it out yourself. You should end up getting the same answers, but either way, I'm going to start with 1,210 divided by 80. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to compare 80 to my 1. My 1,000, and 80 does not go into 1 at all. So I'm going to put a little dot there to tell myself that I already tried that number out. Next comparison I'll make is between 80 and 12. So looking at how many hundreds I have, 80 does not go into 12 at all. Last thing I'll do is, after that, I need to compare 80 to 121, compare it to my number of tens. So we're thinking in smaller units right now, thousands, hundreds, and now tens. So 80 goes into 121 tens one time. And if I take out the 80 that one time represents, I'm left with 41. I bring my 0 down, and so now I'm looking at 410 ones, and I'm seeing how many times 80 can go into 410 ones. Now, if I take the zeros off of this, it becomes how many times 8 can go into 41, and I think that's a bit easier to deal with, because that's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, and then that's all the 8s I can fit in, and that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s. So for 1,210 people to visit the mall, I know that we're going to end up giving away 15 gift cards. So now that I've got that out of the way, I need to do the same thing with 1,814. I'll still divide it by 80. And so now I compare 80 with 1,000, and it doesn't go. I compare 80 with 1,800s, and it still doesn't fit. I compare 80 with 181 tens, and now I can think of this like how many times 8 goes into 18, 8, 16, and then done. 80 is going to go into 181 2 times. And I take out the 160 that those 2 times represent. I'm left with 21, 214, and now it's how many times 80 can go into 214. Or I can pretend to ignore the 4 for a second and see how many times 8, just 8, will go into just 21. 8, 16, too many, so it's going to go in 2 times. And with both of these, I'm not worried about my remainder, because the only thing I know about that remainder of people is that they're not getting gift cards. So on Saturday, 15 people got gift cards. On Sunday, 22 people got gift cards. 15 plus 22 is going to give me 37. And when I write in and bubble in my answer in the gridded response section, for those of you who might have to deal with a question like this, I'll write 1 digit in each box. Under the 3, I'm going to find the 3 bubble. Under the 7, I'm going to find the 7 bubble. So that's how we solve, answer, and bubble a question like this.